2019 Verizon Vikings Training Camp continues at TCO Performance Center, and I have good news. I have 2 bits of good news. Number 1, Adam Caplan is joining us to talk about football, which is always fun. Number 2, Adam just watched practice, and he likes how the O-line's looking.
Yeah, so Wob, so good to see you first of all.
Good to see
so
you
I was
too.
here last summer when the Jaguars came in for 2 days, and we know how the Jaguars look defensively. They're big, they're physical, they're fast, and the Viking offensive line struggled during the practices we saw during the season. They had some challenges, lots going on obviously with the offensive line last season. So Rick Spielman, to his credit, George Payton, they addressed the offensive line, and you could clearly see it. The starting 5 is so much better in terms of upgrades and just talent level. And the noticeable difference is Brian O'Neill. You and I talked last summer here, and Brian O'Neill was thrown into the fire early in the season due to injury, and he did a yeoman's job. He did what he could. But he's up, I'm told, between 12 and 15 pounds. At least it looks that way, but that's what I was told. And he looks like he's got a real shot to be a good player here because, wow, the mental challenges that you have as a rookie, who's a former tight end, he hasn't played the position very long, and he handled it like a champ, and now it looks like they've got their long-term right tackle. Yeah.
It's at Caplan NFL with a C on Twitter. If you want to hear more from Adam when he leaves here, his thoughts on Vikings training camp, make sure you give him a follow. Also, SiriusXM NFL Radio is where you can hear Adam. Now, you told me you're going to try and talk to Kevin Stefanski after practice. So what are you going to try and talk to him about? What do you think about Kevin?
Yeah, just get his thoughts. You know, Kevin has his roots in Philly. He grew up kind of where I live. And his dad, Ed, an NBA executive, former Sixers general manager, so he's got a sports background. And Kevin's been a lifer here, as you know, with the Vikings. I mean, it's amazing how many years he's been here. He'll do a good job, and I know that what I understand is he and Gary Kubiak have had a relationship for years, and he knows his son Clint, so that's good. Because you're not hiring somebody he doesn't know. It's actually, I believe, it was Kevin's idea to bring Gary in, and they'll do a great job together. And it'll be more towards the traditional NFL offense, lots of play action. I think it'll be more 57, 50%, 58% pass instead of mid-60s. And this is what Zim wants. We get it. And they've got a stable of running backs. They're loaded there. They're going to be a little bit better, I think, at tight end. They've got some competition there. So that's a noticeable thing. If I look at last year when I was here, I think the depth is much better throughout the whole football team. Offense needed it. It has it. And I think the competition here for the 2 hours I've watched practice has been pretty good. Yeah.
All right, last question for you. I want to ask you about Anthony Barr. Sure. Because we kind of mentally got into the grieving stage in the offseason about Anthony. It looked like he was going to go to the Jets, comes back, and then we celebrated because Anthony was back. So kind of stream your consciousness on what would have been different if Barr had gone, and now what's it going to be like with him remaining a Viking?
Well, first of all, it's an awesome story, and he clearly wanted to be here, and we should make that point. I know talking to the Vikings store at the Combine about him, they were not very optimistic. They thought they had made a good move towards the deadline, but there was only a certain point they were going to go to, and then he goes to the Jets, and he verbally agrees to a deal. Didn't sign the contract, by the way, and he changed his mind, and he won. Home sometimes is where you love playing, and he loved playing here. And their front seven, if it's not the best front seven, it's certainly top 3, and their secondary obviously is very good. They're so deep at corner. And, it's amazing, though, last year, and the story about the Viking defense getting off to the slow start, but once Zim got it, turned over and simplified things, wow, they were shut down, and I expect them, to be shut down again.
All right, now I know you're going on a tour, you're going to more camps, but will you tweet a couple things about the Vikings on your way out so the folks watching can hear what you have to say?
I got video.
All right.
I got video of Tom West taking his hat off.
Okay.
I'm not sure why, but I like odd things.
Yes.
But we had a lot of fun in practice, my friend, and I got a lot I'm going to put out there for your Viking fans. Good. Skol.
We'll be following you.
You got it.
Thanks, man.